Today is a very special day because it's actually Brian's birthday. And obviously a lot of you know how special that is, but maybe some of you don't. Maybe some of you are new to this channel. Brian was an incredible person with a passion and love for animals like I've never seen before. The American Steve Irwin, if you will. Today is all about celebrating his life. So we're gonna get together with the crew. You and I are gonna reminisce on some of our favorite memories hanging out with Mr. Brian. And what better place to start than in the new Reptarium over here at the Legacy Aquarium. One of my favorite memories ever with Brian was when we actually were building the enclosures for 2.0 and went down to Universal Rocks in Dallas, Texas. But not only that, we actually stopped at the Dallas World Aquarium. Holy moly, was that a trip.
Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the vlog. The last cruise for this habitat. Tell you what, it's going to be an amazing day. Let's go ahead and recap what we built so far. Just to recap, we had 4 of these enclosures that we built yesterday, but now it's time to move on to the big stuff. But before we get building these enclosures, we're gonna actually head over to the Dallas World Aquarium. Wild, man. We haven't even got in and I'm already blown away. This is crazy. This was literally just a normal building down in downtown Dallas that the owner bought and just went crazy with it. I gotta get a sloth. I mean, they are so incredible. Oh my God, right up there. What an absolutely amazing experience right now. This is actually a 3-toed sloth. Now, the majority of sloths you'll see are 2-toed sloths. 3-toes are super rare. 20,000 ounces. This is actually a 200,000 gallon aquarium. Holy cow, that's awesome. I would love to go swimming with this little girl because she is amazing.
Over the years, Brian and I have went to a ton of zoos, a ton of aquariums. I have never really seen anything like the Dallas World Aquarium. From the top waterfall leading you into the rivers of the Amazon basin, all the way down to the manta rays and sharks that swim below. Wow, what an amazing place. And we got to actually start building the enclosures for the second iteration of the Reptarium.
Obviously, Brian and I have been together a very, very long time. And in that long time, we've had tons of adventures. And that was probably one of the favorite parts of our relationship, all the different cool experiences we had, which, you know, early on, going to a reptile show or something like that, but then as we got older and our lives expanded, we got to do even more cooler things.
I am so geeked right now, I get to go play with the baby tiger. Okay guys, I've got some new friends here, guys. My lemurs. About to get our food on. We're gonna head on this 2.5-hour drive. I tell you what, this is like a dream come true. I am so excited. You guys know that I'm typically interested in animal stuff, but this is something that I've always really been excited about. So let's just get going and have a great time. Are you impressed with the ruins?
It's everything I hoped for and a little bit more. Yeah, blows my mind.
This is pretty exciting to be walking up on it.
Inside over here is, well,
I tell you what, man. I'm kind of in awe right now. I mean, it's crazy. Again, I've been kind of fascinated with this culture for really most of my life. So we just spent the last 2.5 hours on basically a guided tour, learned a tremendous amount.
What you see behind me is a giant hole.
While Lori is laying down here just soaking up all the rays, I'm gonna get completely burned. So I'm just gonna go play in the ocean a little bit and then find some shade. Want to go in?
You want to go in it?
I don't know.
I know.
Kind of scary.
I was kind of surprised you would want to, but I figured you'd be scared.
I am scared.
Alright, let's do it.
This is a real Italian pasta.
Homemade pasta.
My gosh, that looks amazing. So Lori, that was one amazing dinner. Actually lunch, that was lunch.
That was lunch.
Oh. Holy moly. Wow, huh?
Yeah, that's amazing.
So I wasn't expecting to come into a church and see a bunch of skulls lining the walls. This is crazy. for good luck, you have to come into this circle and put your heel of your shoe into the testicles of this bull and do a spin. So we need to have good luck, right, Laurie?
Oh, I guess so.
You guys know, like, he was all about seeing everything he could, experiencing the cool places. I'm really appreciative for all the years and all the travels and things that we got to do together, because those are the memories I'll always have. You know, the memories of fun, just reptile shows, but then cool adventures, going out of the country, traveling around our country, seeing all the different cool animals, different people, different things. That's something that, you know, I'll always have and I'll always treasure.
Brian was like a best friend, mentor, father figure. Because of that, like, I really enjoyed seeing him live moments just as much as living moments myself. A really sentimental and touching memory was when Brian's mom actually came and visited one of his reptile places for the first time in his entire life.
The thing that really was a bummer is that, you know, my family and my mom in particular never came to visit any of my places. As much as I believed in myself and I wanted to pave that way and make sure that I could just surround myself with animals, of course it was a bummer that my family wasn't there to see what I was accomplishing. I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie to you. Heart palpitation, my mom's right over here, so as soon as they come in, I'll go meet them and we'll come in and see how things go. This is my sister. Hello. This is Kim. This is my brother-in-law, Courtney, my niece, my brother, and of course my mom over here. So what do you think, Mom? This is my big snake, Lucy, over here. This snake is 20 foot long. This is a reticulated python. What do you think, Mom? This is Jay. Hi. He's my camera guy and editor and emotional support animal. You guys, it's pretty emotional to have my family here. I'm so grateful they came, and to see my mom seemed like she was amazed. It was amazing. So I'm going to try to pull myself together, and then I'm going to show them some animals. We're going to have a good time. So, but pretty special day. Okay, breathe, and then let's go show some animals and have a good time. All right.
Obviously, today's a weird day. Brian guy's birthday. I didn't know Brian for that long in the sense of, like, I've only been working here for almost 4 years now, and thankfully the last 3 has been with Brian. You know, we've been talking about favorite memories and stuff like that. And honestly, one of my favorite memories that I have is not only getting to feed snakes with him, because I remember Brian jump scared me the first time I ever fed Sunrise when she was still on the bottom, and then he was like, wow, Mike's got nerves of steel. It actually happened recently. I am so scared he's gonna bite my hand. And it actually happened last year at AnimalCon. Speaking of AnimalCon, October 4th, 5th, and 6th, get your tickets this year. Ah, there we go, buddy. So it was actually the Thursday before AnimalCon. Brian wanted to go to a little nearby zoo, and so it was really just me, Brian, and Dingo, who is another person that I just look up to all the time.
Giraffe. You guys know that my favorite animal in the world is a giraffe. So the opportunity to feed it is absolutely incredible. We're gonna look around the zoo and see what's going on. You ever fed a giraffe? Here.
No.
Wait, I just saw you feed one.
Well, okay, he's that faster than I eat cheeseburgers.
Here you go, buddy. Oh, yeah.
There you go, buddy. No matter what zoo I go to, I always want to go to the herp house or the reptile house. So there's a lot of stuff. They have a lot of venomous snakes here, which is really cool. I mean, there's all kinds of cool venomous, but they still have like black-tailed crebos over here. So they still have some non-venomous stuff as well. It's enclosures are super cool. You know, it's definitely a cool little place. Look at the size of this gaboon viper right here. It's actually with a green mamba. It's an actually gorgeous Orinoco crocodile right here. Now, Orinocos are actually a critically endangered animal, so it's really cool to see them. Interestingly enough, you usually see females at zoos in America. Males are actually hard to get for some reason, so there's not as many breeding programs. Of course, they only have one here, but this might be the lightest Orinoco I've ever seen. Really a beautiful animal. I heard this correctly, right? You just bought a giraffe?
I'm a giraffe fan. I'm gonna show you even a picture of my giraffe. There's my giraffe.
You're actually building a reserve over in Africa, right?
Yeah, we're trying to change the way captive management of animals done on the African continent. It's been my dream for my whole life. Like you building building the aquarium. This is my Mona Lisa. And that's what we've been dedicating our lives to.
But it was so cool to like just go out into the world, find a zoo, go hang out with Brian, Dingo, and Jay, and like we fed some giraffes, which I've never done before. You know, get to see the crocodilians, get to see all their cool reptiles. I mean, one, it actually felt good in there because it was so hot in Florida. To see the emerald tree boa with like the frogs and see Brian's face lit up, it just meant the world. And it's just cool, and I miss it, and I miss him, and it's just a weird day.
One time we even went to St. Augustine Gator Farm down in St. Augustine, Florida, and we got to feed giant crocodiles and see all kinds of amazing animals. Even went to a haunted lighthouse, not very long though, because we were pretty much dying of heat stroke, but it was the first place that Brian started really dreaming about this right here.
Doggy, that is amazing. What an animal.
So you cover your bases. How about get him this direction?
This direction too?
There
All right,
you
we'll
go.
get him this way too now. There he comes. You can see he's tilting up. When he tilts up, that means he's ready. And then he's gonna come up in a second. There he goes. Oh! And here it is, the St. Augustine Lighthouse, what's said to be the most haunted lighthouse in the country. So what do you say we go in and check it out? And if you ever watched Ghost Hunters, right up here is where they actually saw a ghost peeking over one of the rails. They say at night you can hear this bucket rattling in here. 43 steps, 176 to go. 176 to go.
We haven't done much this trip. We can do another 176.
Let's go. Hey Jay,
Yeah.
you seen any ghosts yet?
Maybe my spirit leaving, because we're tired.
We're tired of top. It's warm in here.
Whole area that was like brushing away the dirt to look at fossils and all that stuff. And Brian and I just walked around like little kids dreaming of how cool that would be for the future of the Reptarium.
Meeting Brian was something that like literally changed my whole life. Plans and dreams of doing something completely different. Here I am still today. He has left me with a lot of memories, a lot of knowledge that I will obviously continue to use here and also in my everyday life. Something that a lot of you guys didn't get to actually see that I was lucky enough to be able to see. Brian like outside of this place. Brian always made sure that if there was something that you thought that you could do and maybe you needed that little bit of push, he was gonna help you out. And sometimes it wasn't always the best, but he made sure we did it.
Electric eels. That one you don't want to touch.
Little electric eels.
How bad is it?
We'll find out.
He's never done it. He's the fish guy. If you won't do it, I'm definitely not gonna do it.
I've got a bad heart.
Dad, I have seizures.
This will reverse your seizure.
There's a video actually of a caiman grabbing one and then just dies instantly.
No, we can't do that. Nothing?
I'm okay. Oh, it got me all the way to my toes.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm just protecting my.
Oh, I'm feeling it though, but I didn't even do it yet. Calm. Wait.
Oh my God!
That's crazy. You guys are wild. It's not bad. Like I would do it again, but that was crazy. I wouldn't do it again. We knew that an aquarium was maybe coming, but we had no idea that that was coming at this time. Somehow I wanted to touch an electric eel, but I didn't, and it was absolutely chaos. I was scared, he was scared. I wasn't gonna do it until he did it. I will never be able to share that with anyone ever again. I can never say like, actually it's not even that I can't, I just won't ever touch an electric eel.
This right here is Ivy, our giant anaconda's new enclosure. And one of my favorite memories was going down to Georgia to grab our big, beautiful anaconda Ivy with Mr. Brian.
So we're a couple hours into this 12-hour drive down to Atlanta, Georgia area. I am just so excited about it. Of course, Jay's over here filming.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We're having a great time just talking about what's to come. You know, again, it's going to be a pretty awesome trip. What I need right here. I should buy this for Lori. Little crock pot.
Oh, she'd love that.
Oh my gosh. Who literally buys a crock pot at a gas station? Like, oh yeah, and by the way, we are in Kentucky. Oh my gosh, look at this. She is so gorgeous, dude.
Beautiful.
Come on, girl. Oh my gosh. You know, she actually looks bigger, you know, than I thought. Look at that, guys. I mean, this is truly the animal I've been just dying for. This is such a dream animal of mine. Again, a big green anaconda that's gonna get much, much bigger, obviously, but obviously dog tame. I mean, look at her, she's deep in blue, unbelievably gorgeous, and she is just a puppy dog.
It was one of the first trips that we actually took together, and it was just so much fun being able to catch up and talk. You know, I was a huge fan of Brian before I ever worked with him, so I got to like hear all the cool stories. What was your favorite reptile show? What was the worst reptile show you ever went to? All of our road trips were filled with tons of stories. I mean, we've traveled tens of thousands of miles around this country and almost never listened to music. That's how many stories we're told.
I think about when I first started working here and we had no mammals. We were 2 aisles. We had 2 little aisles. Now we are literally sitting in a 5,000 square foot building staring at a 30,000 square foot building. Feels like yesterday I went in begging for Drogo. We got him, and then it felt like literally the next day I was like, we found an armadillo.
And guess what? Jay is here. It's about time. You've been killing me with the anticipation.
I know, I went nice and slow on purpose.
I know, look at the smile. You guys are not gonna believe what this is. I'm telling you what, there's no way. Before we do this,
Come on.
in the comments, let me know what you think that we just got. It's in this enclosure right here. What do you guys think it's gonna be? No one's gonna, you know what, everyone's gonna just cheat. You guys are all gonna say it after you find out, plus, whatever. So let's just go ahead and take a look.
It out.
Okay, here we go, the moment of truth. This is, oh my goodness gracious. Are you kidding me right now? Look at this thing. Unbelievable. That's right, I know. There's no way you guys guessed it right. That's right. We got a little 6-banded armadillo. Unbelievable. And of course, what's its name?
Brillo.
Its name is Brillo the armadillo.
Brian didn't know who Mark was, where we got the armadillo from. Brian trusted me to go pick out Brillo, bring him here, get him trained, and now he's an absolute amazing animal. And I think about, like, Brillo was literally this big. He was just a little teeny tiny baby. Now we have a porcupine, a binturong, another sloth. We have a capybara. Anything you put your mind to, Brian made sure you were gonna be able to do it.
And who could even forget the countless videos where we started demolishing this place or building it back up, and the look on Brian's face of excitement every single time we made another huge step forward, putting the tanks up on stands, building these big concrete fish tanks. I mean, every step of the way, Brian had such a spark in him, no matter how hard life might have been at the time.
This was definitely a bummer. Dad! Lori, I'm having second thoughts. Crap, that was the one wall I was hoping they'd keep. Watch out! That's right, I'm turning a multi-million-dollar building into a pile of rubble. First, we're gonna separate the viscule seal from the actual brick. Then we're gonna rip the damn building down. And that's when I was talking about crews working together, right? The pond guys have to work with the mason guys, they have to work with the builders, they have to work with the framers so that everything, and speaking of framing, this is pretty impressive here. These are the trusses going in right here. And you know, until you actually see them, you don't really realize, no matter what your situation in life is, you should continue to follow your dreams. You know, giving up on your dreams, then you're giving up on life. And that just isn't an option at all. What they're working on right now is the Stingray tank. You get the idea how big this Stingray tank is gonna be. It's gonna be 5 foot deep in all this area where you can actually get in and snorkel around with stingrays, play with cow nose rays. It's going to be absolutely incredible. We are definitely making progress now. But look at how cool it ends up looking. Just after a few days of work, this is the Stingray tank. Again, the acrylic ends up going here. Beaming goes in it. First cement going into the aquarium. How good is that?
Miss you, bro. Love you a lot, and I miss you a lot. I hope we're all making you very, very proud. I know that's one thing that we think about every single day. You never really know what memories or moments are gonna affect you the most while they're happening. It's usually years later you look back. So those are just a few of the amazing memories that we have with Brian. We will continue making memories in the name of Brian for decades and decades to come. What's the next crazy memory? Guess we're gonna have to figure that one out. Speaking of out,
Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.